So, hello everyone. So we are now going to pass to the last part of these workshops, which is a series of 4 successive user testimonial on different workflow and how it's used in different fields. We are going to start by Luc Cornet, which is going to speak about NextFlow for bioinformatics. So thanks a lot, Luc, and the floor is yours.
Hello everybody, I will just after SnakeMake, I will speak a little bit about NextFlow, but this talk is more on oriented on what I'm doing with NextFlow on the CC clusters instead of how to use NextFlow, but it will also give you an overview of what you can do with NextFlow. Before presenting myself, I will give a little bit of context. So first, what is NextFlow? So NextFlow is a workflow system, just as SnakeMake. It has been published 5 years ago, and you can see that is very well cited and well used. So it's very popular nowadays. It's a DSL workflow system, just as SnakeMake. Basically, how it works. So NextFlow is the script NextFlow is divided in process, where the task that the user wants is make or run, and the file are exchanged between the process through the channels. So we can say that an NextFlow script is composed of process and channels to exchange the files. Each process, so where the tasks are done, are run in a separate directory on the master directory called work, and there are different directories for each task. So it's executed with a bash command that is exported by the NextFlow in this different directory. So that means that a user can define his input data. It is processed by it is taken to different process, passed by channel between the different process, and it will output at the end one or multiple files. So this clear the definition of a workflow system. One thing that is very cool is that you can use a config file to be able to use containers. Here, what I use is Singularity containers as an operating system. That means that if you have a single containers, then you don't have anything to install. You can just specify in the config file that you have a container, you give the path to it, or you give the URL to it, and it will be used. So now that was the part for what is NextFlow. What is the general project? So the general project is an acronym for the project called BCCM collection in the genomic era. So the BCCM collection is culture of biological materials collections in Belgium. There are a lot of several BCCM collections in Belgium. And the objective of the project is to establish modern genomic practices in the collection. We have 5 different partners, and the principle behind this establishment of modern genomic is to respect the FAIR principle. That means that all the tools or pipeline that we will develop should be findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. So that means that it's clearly oriented into a couple NextFlow and Singularity, because it respects all these 4 principles. So now who I am. So I am the bioinformatician who is responsible for the development of this genomic practice, and also, of course, for the development of NextFlow and Singularity in the project. and I work in Brussels at the BCCM EHM collection. So how I use NextFlow in the general project. I am the only bioinformatician of the project. All the other people involved have very little, if not no, experience with bioinformatics. So that means that we have to set up a great level of abstraction to help those people to make modern things. And to do that, we use NextFlow script as a program. So what the user see at the end, I will show you that later, is clearly a bioinformatic program that embedded everything. All the tools that are developed should be run with one single command. It's another line that I would like to respect because it's more helpful for people to don't have to keep in mind a lot of bioinformatic commands because it's more difficult for them. So all this level of complicated stuff is for me. What I try to do is to simplify things at maximum for them. Of course, also they are not able to install anything on the clusters. So I pre-install everything for them in Singularity containers that are stored on NIC5. And everything that I've done here is maintained in on GitHub to be sure that this project can evolve even after when I quit the BCCM collections. So this is how it is presented for the user. They connect on NIC5, the cluster from Liège, and they have a series of files, 3 files for each workflow, a config file, a job file, and the NextFlow script. They can copy that in the directory and run the containers. So we have a shared folder for that. And also they have access, but only read access to the C files, so the container files that are used here by this suite of files. So until that everything is maintained on GitHub, you can see that you have the NextFlow here and the Singularity here. And each NextFlow script have his companion file to be able to run and all the things. I will show you that later. So they can go on the wiki. And if they go on the wiki, they have the different tools that I developed for them. And they have the documentation on how to use this tool. Let's talk about one. Let's take phylogeny. This is quite already complex. You can see that the pipeline is not very simple. There's a lot of series of steps, but if the user respect these golden rules, they should be able to run that. I'll show you how it's presented. They have the same graphical summarize of what they have to do, what the workflow do. And they have all the time the same table of content for each workflow. And they have the HPC usage. With this, they can run and they can simply modify. It takes less than 1 minute to be able to run it. And even if they have no knowledge about bioinformatics, people can run that very easily. So I go back to my presentation. So for the user, they just to download 3 files, edit the path and load the job. That means that it's very easy to perform here a multi-recursive phylogeny, so a phylogenomic analysis. That's one of the pipeline. We have other pipelines. And so the training that I give to those beginners is only one afternoon. And after one afternoon, where mainly I help them to connect on the cluster, with the documentation, they are able to run things by themselves. So that means that for me, it's very helpful to use NextFlow in that sense, So to make really state-of-the-art bioinformatic analysis with a minimum of formation for the partners, and for them it's very helpful to not have to do a lot of training to be able to do the science. What is also scheduled is to make a video for each tool, a YouTube video, to show them how to use it, because they will have new people in the future who don't have followed the training. And also something that is very helpful, as the different collections are in different cities in Belgium, we only interact through GitHub for the request, question, bugs, and that kind of things. This is an example of all the pipeline, not all, but a majority of the pipeline that I have developed now. You can see that it's the one that I show you, but there are also most complex pipeline or even simple pipeline that are here, and they are all completely embedded in NextFlow and Singularity. Also for me, something that is very helpful is that it's very easy to develop. So as a workflow system, it can take any of the programming languages I can run on the cluster. It can be Python, Perl, C, Bash. So I can use the variable of Bash, but I can also switch to the variable from the DSL of NextFlow. But this is very complementary, and it's really easy to develop that and to have the workflow. Something also that is very helpful is that it can take Singularity containers, can be different Singularity containers for each process or the same for all. And also they can transform Conda and Docker into a Singularity. That means that it's also very easy to install the tools, because nowadays the majority of the tool already have a Docker hub or a Singularity hub or even a Conda for the install. The other advantage is that it's completely interoperable. Of course, as it is coupled Singularity NextFlow, we can just send that to another collaborators, and even if they have no experience with this technology, you can easily redo that. Also, it's a very advantage for the disk space, because everything that is done in the work directory that I show you. And what I do is that I advise to people to delete that directory after they have finished with the analysis, because it's completely reproducible. So that means that we don't have to store that. We don't just have to store the containers, the version of the script, and the command line. The rest can be redo. So it's completely reproducible. And also, when we developed workflow, it's very easy to publish them. So we already published one of the tools that I will also use to show one of the output of NextFlow. So Orpair is a tool that we published. You can see that it's a quite advanced pipeline, but just as the one that I showed you previously. That means that every pipeline that is developed here can probably make a bit increase the visibility of the project and the collections. And at the end of NextFlow, what it output is the different process. And so it's also very easy to see the process who fails, because you put a cross and it stops. And so for the to debug, it's something very helpful too. So I will go back just to show how it looks like for the user. So when the user have installed download the Singularity and the containers, what they see is this. So you can see that it's clearly presented as a bioinformatic program, and so it appears to be very easy for the beginners to use that. So then I think that I've done with my presentation now. So thank you.